Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the British Esports podcast here at Insomnia. We're joined with another guest. If you mind just introducing yourself and what it is that you do.
Antitinkerbell, I'm a content creator from Ireland. So I play video games, I do podcasts, I do anything that I'm really asked of.
Perfect.
A bit of a hype person.
That's lovely. Well, we're glad to have you here. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got started and where esports and kind of gaming came into your life basically?
Oh yeah, I started like any other curious person about streaming. So I got into streaming by watching people playing even Call of Duty, and I play a lot of FPS. So I got into that kind of aspect of it from that side. But going from Twitch, we got introduced to Beam and Mixer. So I decided to take the leap over to Beam Mixer because I seen them being acquired by Microsoft, which is a big company, very professional. And I started my career pretty well off with that. From there, jumped into PUBG like everyone else, applied for the partnership like a lot of people. And I got it, and I was very happy that I was, able to be eligible for it.
Yeah.
During that time, building myself up, Mixer was building themselves up. I was asked, hey, do you want to take part in the PUBG Invitational, the first one in Germany? So I was like, yes, I will jump over onto that. Little did I know I was going to be facing against like some of the best players ever. Yeah. I'm not great. I'm not a Ninja or Shroud, but it was it was really eye-opening in terms of, in a positive way, seeing the other side of the curtain where not only content creators get together, but professional skill players get together and understanding each other's strategy. So I kicked off from there, and I just fell in love with it ever since.
Yeah.
The competitive background's great. I love the fun of it, but it's also the team itself that really makes it. The great communication between everyone, especially even if you lost the game, you can still have a chat with like Liquid Haze or something and see what we did wrong or what I did right, So I kicked off from there, and I'm still going. I'm back over to Twitch because unfortunately Mixer's no longer with us.
Of course, yes.
Bye-bye. Good times, fantastic opportunities I got from Mixer because of that. I got into, obviously, ESL. So it was a big step in terms of not only for myself as a gamer, but also as myself be taken a little bit more seriously as an FPS player. So that was nice, even though I come across quite fun and funny and laughing and stuff. It was a great experience to be able to absolutely take up. And now I'm actually over at Twitch, and I'm still grinding, doing the Battlefield 2042 that everyone's not loving.
Yeah,
I love it.
Everyone seems to have dropped off. Yeah,
it's interesting to see how people get. I don't know. It's the storytelling of some people's experiences that throws off people from gaming. Mind you, the game's actually pretty good right now. So if you're not on it, do it.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. So talking a bit about that time that you had playing in ESL then, what drew you towards that kind of avenue of potentially playing professionally? Was there something about it that interested you?
Yeah, it was. There was lots of things that interested me in it. It was more of... I like strategy. I like when people sit down and do the nitty-gritty grind of what weapon works for you, or being the fact that like any weapon you pick up during PUBG, you have to be able to run with it. You have to be able to learn with it, even if you can't even find something that you're particularly good at. If you're running around even with a weapon itself. So stuff like that was very educational and very skill-worthy because I adapt that into the rest of my FPS games with the mindset of, oh, sure, like, I'm not good at this particular, I don't know, MP44 or something. I want to be able to grind it. I want to be able to understand it. I want to have a feel of it. So that gave me that patience, that little bit of time to give myself some trying with with different individual weapons and just applying that really to every game and just trying to be the best. Yeah. So that's a lot of the stuff I got out of that. And also the going on the professional side, like there's a lot of things that goes around organizing the team sport and obviously into the competitions. We're talking about like what will it look like in terms of when competition starts? What are the point systems going to look like? What is the maps going to be picked? What is the strategy and what we're going to be dropping in as? So those kind of skills, those kind of thoughts I brought over into even casual gaming. If I want to be able to improve my KD, I want to be able to improve anything really. I just take those skills and I apply for there. So I really soaked up a lot from that and just keep applying it forward into different games. So if any recommendations out there, do it. Yeah. Just don't be afraid. I know it's frustrating. Pick up the revolver, run with it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So that's really what I have to to give to everyone. It's just I sponged up all of that information and I just apply for everything that I'm doing going forward.
Yeah, perfect. So with ESL in mind, something that ESL are doing, and a lot of other companies it seems are doing now, are trying to promote more diversity and inclusion. It's something we're quite big on at British Esports talking about with people. So things like ESL Impact, you've got things like at Riot Games with their Game Changers like series. Why do you think these kinds of things are important for people of like marginalised genders, women, all these different kinds of people?
Yeah, speaking as a woman herself in a man's game, so to speak, you know, hashtag. In all seriousness, it is very important, absolutely very important that we have to have diversity in gaming, recognizing that there is different cultures, there is different backgrounds, and there is different mindsets and perspectives. It broadens the horizon of gamers everywhere. I think it's a very, very important thing to have in gaming, and I know like some people don't really think about it, you know, but this is all part of it. It doesn't matter the type of diversity that you may often come to your head when you think of diversity. There's diversity in all aspects of a human, you know. So to have that actually highlighted and pointed out and to be a little bit more, what's the word I want to use? A little bit more loved, a little bit more kept an eye on. So important, absolutely. Especially like I said, as an individual lady, to be able to have other ladies like myself to be able to be on a skilled playing field together. I think it's class.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some badass girls out there.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
They deserve all the attention that they should rightly get.
Absolutely. Well, not only girls, but everyone else. You know what I mean as well. Absolutely. So yeah, 100% is very important.
Yeah.
I put that on my bingo card.
Perfect. So speaking a bit more about your career then and going back to that a little bit, obviously from professional player to streaming, is there any particular highlight or achievement that stands out above the rest for you?
Oh my God, there's so many. I would have to say my highlight, and I hate to say this because I remember it very well and I'll never forget it because he jumped up very, very, very high. Back at the PUBG event, I managed to take down Liquid Haze. I don't know how I did it.
Smashing, yeah.
He jumped up and he asked me how I did it, but I did it because he ran in between two Jeeps, you see, and I seen him. And I sniped him out of it. That was one highlight where I felt like, I was like, yes, I feel like people, you know? Yeah. That was one. There's loads of highlights as well. I've been on TV. I've been doing loads of stuff around conventions as well. So, yeah, that'll have to be, yeah, hands down. Sorry, Liquid.
Can't win them all, fortunately, yeah.
Sorry, lads. Hayes, I love you, babe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there any advice that you give to people who are wanting to maybe follow in your kind of footsteps and do something similar with either streaming or even getting that little bit of your foot wet in the professional player side of things? Do you have any advice to offer to people who might want to do something similar?
Yeah, like, first of all, be patient. It's not all going to happen by tomorrow. Do your research. Absolutely do your research when you're jumping into this, whichever lane you want to go into, even if you start off as a streamer and you want to jump into the professional or vice versa. And always try to network with people as best as you can in a positive way, of course. You don't want to leave any negative impacts. So those would be definitely the advice to get in. Patience, network, grind your skill, put your content out there, talk to people, get your name there, and then see what path it will take you. Absolutely. It takes time. Honestly, it does take time and patience. And I know how everyone's eager with this fear of missing out as well, but be patient. It will come. Keep grinding.
Yeah. So, I mean, we touched on it a little bit earlier, but we talked about, like, obviously, inclusion and diversity. Yeah. As a woman in the space, is that something you face quite regularly? Did you see it less so now, more so? How has it been for you more recently?
We only talked about this, me and a couple of friends actually only talked about this not long ago. I've been in this space for nearly 10 years. And even when I was starting off, yes, I felt the little bit of from being a lady and playing games and that kind of typical
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, over the last couple of years, especially in the last 4 years, I would say, it has been died down really, really well. Like, there's a lot of very honest, mature individuals that I'm so happy to have in my community as well. And even with new people coming in as well, I don't really see it as what I had it at the start.
Yeah.
Which was, if you remember the hate messages that people used to get, I won't say it, but lady of the night, over and over and over. And that was the kind of like, I'm only playing GTA and I'm fully dressed head to toe. You know, like I'm not doing anything else. I'm just trying to do my grind. And that was like I said, 10 years at the start.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it doesn't really happen.
Yeah, that's really interesting then to hear. Yeah. How did you deal with that then when it came to facing toxicity? Like other people, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, men, women, whoever it is, who face toxicity in this kind of sense. How did you deal with it?
Yeah, I've dealt with it I've had it come at me in different ways. I've had worse messages, of course. The best way I've dealt with it, it's maybe myself that I've dealt with it. Because I can be quite cocky when I'm put in a position. I can very witty and throw it back at people. Just ignore them. Honestly, like I put this image in my head, and if I could share this with you. So when someone comes in and gives you a little bit of wrath, just imagine them sitting there, they just put their thumb up their bum, they just put it up their nose, and they're smelling it while they're talking to you, and now they're licking it. And that's how I see these people.
Probably not too far off, to be fair. Some of these people think this way.
It's the most disgraceful thing to imagine, but like it's the best thing to do, but like, ooh, no. So that's how I've been dealing with it, and now it's just numb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could do that if you want to take that advice.
Nice. And then speaking now of the future and thinking further forward now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your kind of goals now?
My goals is always going on to more radio, more podcasts, more even into the more mainstream, so to speak, if you will. But these days, we're all kind of getting in mainstream with the likes of YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Direction. Twitch has gone in a direction, so on and so forth. It's still on the path. I'm always down with, planning a little bit of my plans ahead, but I'll always be realistic with the situation that I can't control every day, and we don't schedule accidents.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but the hopes are there.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Well, speaking of the future, we're going to move on now to a little bit of a game that we prepared for everyone this weekend.
Right.
I don't know how good you are at charades.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll try, yeah.
We've got that response a lot, so that's fine.
Cool.
So what we've got in this pile is 30 different game titles.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is pull out my phone because I'm going to need a minute on my clock.
Okay.
In 1 minute, I'm going to show you them one by one. You're going to have to act them out to me so that I can try and guess what's on the cards,
Okay,
essentially.
I'll try my best.
So, obviously, act out as much as you want. We've given everyone, you can say one word per card. It can't be the actual title, obviously anything in the title of the game, and it can't be a character from the game either. If it was something like building, like that would be like Fortnite, if there was a clue or something like that.
Okay.
Also, what a lot of people seem to like doing is sometimes they'll hum music or something from the games or hum tunes or something.
Okay.
Well, so we've allowed that because a lot of people started doing that, so it's part of the game now.
These are clever tips. Anything else you should tell me?
You're allowed one skip, but otherwise you have to try and see them through. And we'll see how far we get. Current record is 6 to beat out of 30, so
oh God, okay.
Not loads, but people have done decently well.
Right.
We'll hope that the luck of the cards is in your favour tonight. Let's have a see.
Let's go.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Number 1. Okay, shooting.
I was in the corner. Why is he camping?
Rainbow Six Siege? No, Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yes. Moving on.
Hadouken.
Street Fighter.
Yes.
Brilliant. Next. Minecraft.
Yes.
Yes. Brilliant. Portal 2? Yes. Hey, we're doing well. This seems to have gotten better as the week's gone on. Racing. Rocket League. Rocket League. Brilliant. Okay, next.
How do I describe this? Skip.
Skip.
I can't think of a good
That's
thing
fine.
for it.
Oh,
I don't want to insult any players
The timer's
out there.
done. Timer's done anyway. What did we skip? What was it? Destiny 2.
I couldn't think of a good Destiny 2, and then I thought of our guy Lance Reddick that we lost.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
And I was like, how do I put him in there? I was like, God,
Yeah.
I should have said Guardian.
Guardian.
Can I get it now?
No, I'm so sorry. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts you
It would've
joint
been
second
6.
place. It would have been 6 potentially. But 5 puts you in joint second place. So
second place
that's
all
pretty good.
weekend. It was second place of Fall Guys too.
Oh, nice, brilliant. Oh, do you know what? I haven't played Fall Guys in so long, but I keep seeing people like on it, obviously, as I'm walking around. Like, I need to get back on Fall Guys, actually.
Fortnite is stressful.
Yeah.
But only if it's if people are building. But ever since they brought zero build in,
I'm all about
no
that.
excuses.
Yeah. I can't be dealing with the building stuff. Yeah.
And I apply it there because they can't run.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
can't build themselves out of a situation.
It's the best way. Yeah, I agree. Right. To finish us off, then I've got some quick fire questions for you, if you wouldn't mind answering, and we'll see how you do with these.
Okay.
So, what 3 things are essential, in your opinion, to bring to a gaming event like Insomnia?
I literally tweeted that out not long ago. That's
Actually,
so funny.
genuinely?
Yes. The 3 essential things that you bring to Insomnia is a power bank, a cable, and water.
Perfect. What's your most anticipated game release this year? What are you most looking forward to?
Oh my God, there's so many. Dead Space already come out, but it's on the list to play it. I'm down with doing that. What else is coming out that I can't think of right now? Oh yeah, the new season for next month for Battlefield.
Ah, very good. If you could compete in any esports event, what would you choose?
Oh, that's a good one. Farming sim.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I seen I have friends that are working at it, and I didn't know it was an esport until I talked to them 2 years ago. And it's like, you should check it out.
Yeah,
It's quite good.
It goes pretty hard. Yeah,
It is.
They
I
are
was like,
pretty
people are like,
impressive.
what are you doing? Are you just farming potatoes? Like, yeah, but like at a high pace.
Yeah.
It's so good. So yeah.
And if you could attend any esports event, would the answer change, or would it be something farming simulator related?
I definitely go back to the PUBG event again.
Yeah.
They're like sensei. Well, mind you, you're up at 6 a.m., do all the mad stuff, but I would do it 10 times over.
Yeah,
Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah. What an experience.
And a final question, what's a game that you didn't think you'd like, but then really did when you started playing it?
Cult of the Lamb.
Oh, I've heard really good things about Cult of the
I
Lamb,
was
actually.
hemming and haw for a bit until I got it, and now I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Animal Crossing meets Hades.
Yeah.
And if I had my way, this is the way Animal Crossing would have been.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's a really funny game, and they have a good roadmap. So they're still building lots of stuff to it.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
And I like that about gamers, devs, especially if they put it into the information of the game, like info for the roadmap.
Yeah.
I like this. This is what pulls me into your game. You have effort. So
Yeah, unlike Animal Crossing, where an update came out and then we're still
then
like
it's
nothing
broken.
new, and then that's it.
and then
The
people
game's
got
done.
banned for cheating.
Yeah.
Mad stuff. People are crazy out
Animal
Animal Crossing.
Crossing,
That
yeah.
should be an esport.
It should be,
actually.
yeah, competitive Animal Crossing. Would be. I wonder what that'd be. That'd be really interesting.
We'll have to find out. We'll have to do it. We'll have to figure that out. I will figure this out.
Perfect.
Richard.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you.
Absolutely.
If people want to find you, where can they find you?
Google me. No, you can get me on. Yeah, you can get me on anywhere really. TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, under your bed. Anti-Tinkerbell.
Perfect.
That's all you have to do. But
Right.
thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you so much for coming on. Everyone who was watching, thank you so much for watching as well. If you enjoyed this content and you'd like to see more of the podcasts from Insomnia, there's plenty of them coming if they've not already come out by now. So make sure you check those out. If you enjoy British esports content in general and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, like it, hit the notification bell, all those important things. And we'll see you next time. Take care.